welcome back to my channel. My name is Nana and this is Nana Space. I do reviews on series, movies, trailers. Thank you for all who have watched my previous videos and commented, liked, subscribed and shared. So today is going to be about the Lupin finale, so season 2 episode 5. Let's get right into it. So this was a very jam-packed finale. It was very jam-packed. So we started off with the concert preparations. So at the very beginning we do see the wealth manager Philip Coubert trying to arrange some computers to be sent to Pellegrini's office Pellegrini's office at the concert center. Some computers. I thought I saw Benjamin at that time, but I wasn't quite sure, so we just moved on to the next scene. You could see Pellegrini and Juliet, walking through, and he was asking, where are my computers? And the camera pans to a couple of people behind Pellegrini, and they were wheeling these these chest boxes that they have equipment in when you go to concerts. They were just wheeling it behind them, and the lady was like, oh, there are your computers. So at that time I didn't think much of it, but I thought I saw someone that I knew. Anyway, that moved on. And then the screen or the show took us back to 1995. So we did a throwback. And at that time, Pellegrini was interviewing for some assistants in his office. So he had 3 black people that he was interviewing. And Babacar Diop, that is Hassan's dad, was called in first. And he said he wanted someone who's very discreet, can trust, and can be trusted back. So he got the job at that time, and that scene ended. So that's how we get exposed to Babacar's background. So for all these episodes, we've not really seen Babacar up until this time. I'm sorry if the screen is a bit shaky. I've set it up on my bed, and anytime I move a little bit, you can get a bit of mild movement in the background. So back to present day, everything is going well, and you see Benjamin sent through a drone into the concert center because they were all on high alert waiting for Lupin to drop in. So obviously everyone had the pictures of Lupin, they knew how he was going to come in and prepped for him. But he never turned up, his drone did, and the drone was fitted with a camera. So the camera, actually this is a backdrop. So the camera took us to some document where we could see Lucas. So Lucas was the previous wealth manager. Took us to the backdrop to see Lucas's name on Pellegrini's office. And this is a backstory of how that young wealth manager was identified. Because last episode we saw him in his office, and Pellegrini asked, why are you so young? And the young gentleman was so witty with his words, asked him back, aren't you concerned about how to make wealth? How has my age got anything to do with it? So turns out this wealth manager was planted by Lupin and Benjamin. So this was a very gothic looking guy who was already mischievous in the library and had worked out who Lupin and Benjamin was. So they thought this would be a perfect guy. They cut out his hair, he had some rings in his mouth, his makeup, everything was wiped off, cleaned up real nice with suit and tie. And because they had stolen Pellegrini's document from Lucas, they then well-fed, and I mean well-fed, this gentleman, this gothic looking guy with all Pellegrini's backstory, his wealth management and everything, and they gave him a name called Philippe Coubert. Apparently he's a prolific painter. I've never heard of him. Not that I'm really particularly into painting. So that was the name that he was given. And it turns out that Pellegrini bought into it, even though Lucas had called and warned Pellegrini that there is someone who might potentially infiltrate your establishment. Because Cooper, the new wealth manager, had said we can use your fundraising to make more money, he trapped Pellegrini with greed and he fell for it. So now this guy is in working for Lupin and Benjamin, and he was on the day of the concert and he was the one that was using the whole computer. It was very nicely done. You know, on the day of the concert, Benjamin grew more beard and had a very nice ponytail in a overall working outfit. And the chest box that was bought in at the very beginning, 15 of them, one had Lupin hiding in it. So Lupin got in there nicely suited, so that's how he got in, because he didn't walk in as a tall black man. He would stick out like a sore thumb, they would know who he is. So he got in, and Benjamin managed to get access to the roof where he manipulated the screen for some information later. So fast forward, Lupin get hold of Pellegrini in his booth. So it looks like, if anyone who's seen any royal variety show, you see the Royal Albert Hall, it has like small pockets for rich people and then the bottom seats for like the general public where you sit in groups. So Pellegrini had his own booth, and Lupin went to his throat with a knife and threatened him to confess everything, from how he had framed Babacar Diop from as the one who stole the necklace, and he used that to make money from the insurance company to pay out, and that money went into him. And to prevent Diop's dad from confessing, he sent Leonard from last episode to kill Diop's dad, and that was the end of it. But he didn't realize that the son was still alive and knew that this was all a trick. And so Lupin had recorded all of it on an Apple Watch. Thanks for the product placement. An Apple Watch, and the next episode, the next scenes are just, you know, police chasing after him, and you have a beautiful orchestra at the background playing, and had a very James Bond-ish feel with Lupin in suits being chased by all these people, and the fight scene. One of the fight scenes I really liked was in the costume room with Pascal, the guy who killed Lucas last episode. Not Lucas, Leonard last episode. So Pascal and Lupin fought in the costume room. I thought that was very, very symbolic, because the costume room is where Lupin put on multiple faces, and they had a fight in there, and I think he killed him or made him unconscious and left him in one of the rooms. Tried to escape, and at that time the accountant and Benjamin, no, the wealth manager and Benjamin had already escaped. And the money, instead of all of it going to Pellegrini's account, offshore account, which was the initial arrangement, had all gone into the foundation instead, and he couldn't go and claim that. Now, at that same time, Rudera, the police officer, had been sent a video by Lupin showing how Dumont, the police constable, had been blackmailed by Pellegrini to do his dirty bidding. So all this while, everything that I was signed, from Leonard being in prison with Babacar, for Babacar's murder investigation, to the necklace being lost, everything had Dumont's signature on it. So he was in on all of it, and that became clear to the police department. So they all dressed up nicely, cleaned up well, and went for the concert. Managed to get hold of Hubert and Pellegrini and arrested them, and now the chase was to try and catch Lupin. So Lupin had left that watch, you know, last two episodes, I think Claire's boyfriend or love interest had bought an Apple Watch with gold strap, and although he stole it, in quote, he left it under her bed and sent her a message, an email. So the email said that I will be at Raoul Bridge. So apparently Raoul's Bridge was where Claire and Hassan or Lupin decided to name Raoul. So he met them there after his escape. Now let's talk about that dodgy wig. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I've not seen anything so I've not seen anything so atrocious. With that mustache, that was not a problem. That wig was for women, black women. I like the fact that they got in touch with his African roots. And I think 3 people at the end caught on to it that, nah mate, that is Lupin, because ran after him, he took this off, put it in the bin, and literally sprinted it. I'm like, dude, it's quite fit. Managed to escape in a boat, so like a water boat, and then dashed to the Raoul bridge. Met Claire, met Raoul, gave him a nice hug, was like a laugh, goodbye, and he said, I'm gonna leave because they're gonna come after me and you, and although you not see me, I will be around. So I don't know whether there's a next episode and next season coming, but if there's another season coming, we might see a different dynamic between Claire, Raoul, and Lupin. I don't know how Juliet is going to feel, because at the very end, when Benjamin had manipulated the screens, he had showed a picture that Lupin and his dad took with a camera that the dad had bought for Lupin when the dad was working in Pellegrini's house. So they took a very beautiful picture, and that was showing on the screen in the concert room. And Lupin came to the front of the orchestra in front of the audience and literally told them everything. People were like, oh really? Oh my gosh, really? This is the kind of person you were donating money to? And the donation couldn't be any simpler. So it was an app. You just click how much you want to donate and then submit. And there was a control room where the accountant was seeing all the money transactions, and everything was sent safely to the foundation's account instead of the dad's account. Very, very shady man. So at the very end, the police had Pellegrini in one car and Dumont in another car, and they both drove off. So they both got caught, but they were still after Lupin. I'm not sure why. I think they need to clear his name in the next season, but we'll see, because he just exposed these 2 people. Surely he's no longer wanted. But you know, once they tend your name, and the camera panned up, and you see so many police cars. I'm like, all these police cars for one black man. Deja vu, or something that we all know. Like, you hear in America, you know, some black person have a police called on them, and suddenly have like SWAT teams coming. I'm like, what is this? Not even armed. And then they go to insurrections with bare minimum. Anyway, this is not a political show. Let me not digress. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, share. Leave your comment in the comment section. Let's get the conversation going. I am looking to start a new series very soon, so be on the lookout, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!